Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be sending their video on Tangled, but before we begin, I want to say two things. The first is you guys may have noticed that my Lion King video is down. That's because I took it down, not because of copyright, but because the audio went off sync just like with the Sonic video, so I'll be redoing that one next. The second thing I wanted to say was that I'm giving thanks and dedications to my friends Bobby, Julia, and Max for requesting this video, as well as one YouTuber whose comment I unfortunately can't show because it disappeared, and I unfortunately don't remember that person's name, but also give a shout out to them. Okay, now enjoy the video, everyone.
Milestone logo.
Yeah, so how exactly is it wrong here?
This is the story of how I died.
Narration.
Like I said in the Moana video, I would normally just say Jeremy Sin's narration cliche, but I feel like we would need narration to understand what's happening here.
Once upon a time, a single drop of sunlight fell from the heavens. And from this small drop of sun grew a magic, golden flower.
Small drop of sun traveled 93 million miles to f up the rules of photosynthesis.
Like I've said before, this is a fantasy movie, so it can have its own rules. And no, I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt just because you admitted awareness to the Lego movie being a fantasy.
Also, sunlight comes to Earth in beams, not drops. Everyone knows that.
Do I really need to repeat what I said in the previous sin?
It had the ability to heal the sick and injured.
And was immediately discovered by an evil witch.
Pointing things out on the screen.
Mother Gothel hoarded its healing power and used it to keep herself young for hundreds of years.
How does healing power translate into reversing the aging process?
Because according to the Disney Wiki, they are both different abilities that the Sundrop flower has.
Also, the single drop of sunlight fell to Earth and sprouted a flower genetically pre-coded to only be magical after this combination of words and notes were sung?
Yeah, if you do feel like there's something wrong with that, feel free to argue why. But like in previous videos I've made, you always seem to question something in a movie and sin it without explaining why you think it's wrong.
You mean you were actually looking for a magical healing flower that was created by a single drop of sun and you knew it existed? Somehow?
I mean, sure, it's possible that they wouldn't know about the flower due to Mother Gothel hiding it, but if the movie is saying that they knew about the flower, then that's what happened.
The kingdom searched and searched, but they could not find the princess.
Kingdom is great at finding hidden flowers, but not so much at hidden towers. Damn it, Grinch.
Firstly, the guards found the flower because Mother Gothel knocked over the fake bush by accident, and if she hadn't, they probably wouldn't have found the flower. And secondly, they probably think there are just rocks behind the moss at the entrance to the cave.
Apparently these thieves knew that you could pry open someplace on the top of the castle, find an easily removable panel, and Mission Impossible the way down.
I mean, in other movies, when characters are planning out a heist or something, they usually plan out what they're going to do, and my guess would be that Flynn and the Stabbington brothers did just that.
These guys somehow managed to get off the rooftops of the castle, run through the main part of the kingdom, and exit the town without any resistance. And where is everybody?
Since this part of the movie takes place at 8 a.m., as confirmed by Flynn, my guess is that most people are currently sleeping.
All I have is one request.
How and where and why is there a sudden spotlight?
My guess is that because Mother Gothel is the one singing this song, the spotlight has to be on her.
Horse tackling.
Pointing things out on the screen.
Dead horse magically reanimates to life before our very eyes.
I don't get why you're saying dead horse because the text that I'm showing here was your previous sin.
Despite the fact that it's fairly well hidden, I still can't believe no one from the kingdom ever found this place in 18 years. Like, they'll fire off lanterns on her birthday hoping she sees them, but can't scour enough land in that time to find a huge tower next to the waterfall?
My guess is that if they did find the tower, they probably wouldn't know how to get in. Also, Rapunzel is a lot older at this point, so they wouldn't immediately recognize her as the missing princess.
You can climb stone towers by stabbing arrowheads into them. Who knew?
Yeah, that's what the movie is showing as possible. So why do you think it's wrong?
Also, pretty damn convenient he shows up while Rapunzel's overprotective witch mother is gone, right?
Not really, since she's out most of the time.
I'm going to make hazelnut soup for dinner.
Hazelnut soup?
Are you saying here that you don't like hazelnut soup? If so, that's your opinion, which again, is not a sin. And I think you explained that perfectly, Aaron Wilder.
But if you just...
Rapunzel, we're done talking about this.
Despite never once being a characteristic of their relationship, Mother Gothel constantly interrupts Rapunzel so that she can turn really evil and give Rapunzel second thoughts about how good her mother is.
I mean, it's understandable why Mother Gothel is acting like this, since she previously told Rapunzel to never ask to leave the tower again after she finished singing Mother Knows Best.
And when I promise something, I never, ever break that promise.
Man, I hope she promises to do me. I mean, cartoon do me. Wait, I mean, I want to squeeze him.
What was the point of that, and why was it a sin?
This horse is half bloodhound. The real issue is, do I sin it for being cheap comedy, or for actually being related to the plot?
I'd say being related to the plot, because Maximus has been on Flynn's trail this whole movie.
Also, it's been 3 days, and this horse has been on a never-ending sniff hunt for Ryder the whole time.
No, it hasn't been 3 days. This is implied to be only a few hours since Mother Gothel left the tower, and she's implied to be on her way to get Rapunzel's seashell paint. Come on, man, you really gotta start paying attention.
Haven't any of you ever had a dream?
Somehow, this distracts everyone from taking Ryder and getting a reward. It's funny, but not realistic. And I demand realism from Disney fairy tale cartoons, damn it.
Sorry, man, you're not going to get that, and you should know that. Also, based on this from the Princess and the Frog video, you're never going to get that, and considering how many Disney movies you've ended, you should definitely know how they end. How do you not know that already?
I had a dream once.
This guy was done fighting the moment she said dream, but pulled out an axe and stalked over to her simply to surprise the audience.
This is just you explaining what was happening in the movie.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I can understand some of these manly warrior beast dudes actually having a quaint, non-violent, domesticated ambition, but all of them?
Yes.
This entire pub scene would have played out a whole lot differently in Westeros.
But it doesn't, so why is this a sin?
Oh, lay off, Maximus. You suck, and you definitely suck at tracking. If you were on their trail, you would have found them by now. You've had 3 days.
Like I said earlier, it's been a few hours, not 3 days.
Remember, all she cares about is staying young. To do that, she needs to get her daughter back. So, what is she doing just spectating the last 5 minutes?
Probably forming a new plan.
You should know that this is the strangest thing I've ever done.
Said the guy who just improvised a solo verse of a spontaneous thug show tune on the bar in a pub.
I'm pretty sure that sword fighting a horse with a frying pan is a lot stranger than singing at a pub.
Feet surfing.
Pointing things out on the screen again.
Oh, good. They found a possible exit. But these rocks are way too heavy to move before one drowns, so technically they're still screwed, right? I mean, right?
But the movie shows that Rapunzel and Eugene moved the rocks easily when they try to escape.
It's for the last princess.
Everyone, audience and main character included, totally knows what's up, but movie still has 40 more minutes of some kind of bullshit for you.
I mean, we, the audience, do know that Rapunzel is the missing princess, but at this part of the movie, Rapunzel doesn't know it yet.
Random girl no one has ever seen before and looks exactly like the child who was kidnapped 18 years ago does not arouse any suspicions.
I mean, considering that she's now 18 years old at this point in the movie, and in that mosaic she's a baby, I can see how it would not arouse any suspicions.
What the f*** is going on? They're dancing, now they're hiding from guards and eating cupcakes, dancing the same dance, now they're f***ing up a library, still dancing. Are they in several places at once?
I'm pretty sure that the scenes of them being in different places is supposed to represent what they do over the course of the day.
Rapunzel just believes the evil twin's story after one glance at a distant boat on a foggy-ass evening.
Well, Rapunzel does call out Eugene's name, and because he's knocked out, he doesn't answer, which makes her believe that he abandoned her.
Rapunzel!
This horse hated Flynn and was part of the team chasing him to begin with, but after a few short hours of spending time with Flynn and Rapunzel, the horse has concern for Rapunzel's safety.
Well, since Maximus has seen Eugene change due to his love for Rapunzel, he's willing to change his view of him and help him escape from prison.
Also, the horse has concern.
Well, yeah, like I said in the previous scene, he's willing to change his view of Eugene to help him be with Rapunzel.
Let's get this over with, Ryder.
Oh damn, this Disney fairy tale cartoon really got dark.
Well, yeah, animated movies have dark things in them, like I said in the Moana video.
I'm making hazelnut soup.
Hazelnut soup.
See my response to the previous hazelnut soup sin.
Is the movie suggesting Rapunzel remembers that mobile and her parents above her crib?
Yes.
This movie is basically challenging me to hate it right now.
Are you implying that you don't like this movie? If so, that's fine, but that's clearly not what your description suggests.
Also, mine breaks the fourth wall with direct-to-camera reaction shot.
Yeah, so how exactly is that wrong here?
I will never stop trying to get away from you. But if you let me save him, I will go with you.
Contradictory statements.
But Rapunzel is not being contradictory since it's Eugene's idea to cut her hair, and that leads to Gothel's downfall.
Why does the witch rapidly age after the hair's cut off? She brushes it and sings, and it makes her young, and she slowly ages until she does that shit all over again.
Because she had been using the flower's power to keep herself young for hundreds of years, so when the power in Rapunzel's hair ended up being destroyed, it caused Gothel's true age to catch up to her.
This chameleon straight up murders a bitch.
Yes, but Mother Gothel was still going to die either way, since, like I said in the previous scene, she was keeping herself young for hundreds of years.
If this had been Maximus or Ryder, this fall wouldn't have hurt one bit.
And considering that Mother Gothel turns to dust before she even hits the ground, it probably didn't hurt her either.
Neither the king nor the queen say one damn word this whole movie.
Yeah, so?
That guy went on to become the most famous concert pianist in the world, if you can believe it.
I don't.
This is another one of those instances where you treat your thoughts as sins of a movie, which, like I've said before, they're not. Also, I'd recommend that you elaborate a little bit more on what you said.
And this guy, well, he eventually found true love.
Just not with this chick.
Yeah, you say that while literally showing that she does fall in love with him. Come on, you Weasley wimp.
Thanks to Maximus, crime in the kingdom disappeared almost overnight.
Wrong.
You gonna tell us how or why not? Or are you just gonna say something and expect that we'll go along with it?
Despite movie's best efforts, I still kinda hate this guy.
Like I've said before, your opinions are not sins. And here's the end result, everybody. The sin total was 225, and the sentence will be, sins don't always know best. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.